Hello everybody, welcome back to Frontier Mentality. So, today I've been up here harvesting okra. I've still got one more to get, and if you notice, right here all the green beans are done. I tore them down yesterday. And over here, on this side, you will see I have torn out just about all of the, well, I did. All of the yellow tomatoes are gone. Let's see if we can, cutworms have gotten into them and all the good stuff. So, well, not good stuff, but all the, word. Okay, got that trimmed. That was the last one. I wanted to get it before I forgot about it. Okay, all of the yellow tomatoes are gone. All the squash and zucchini, except for one plant, is gone because it still had a bloom on it. So I left that. We have peppers here and there. They're just covered up with the grass. The peppers further down, and I kept one sweet 100. So yeah. Okay, we're at the sweet potato patch and watermelon patch. The sweet potatoes should be coming up middle of August to at the end of August. I've noticed that the critters have found the tops of these leaves and they're eating them. It's not hurting the potatoes underneath. I have saw a watermelon. It's out on the driveway. I was just going to try to see if there were any more in here that might be hiding, and I do not see any. So let me show you the one that we have on the watermelon, or on the driveway, excuse me. Words this morning. Kind of looks like a cucumber right now, but hair should be growing. And the sweet potato slips have gotten all the way out onto our driveway. Let's see, the gardens, words today. The lavenders are doing well. A lot of our stuff is beginning to play out as it should. It's because it's becoming August. We're fixing to start seeds for, what is it that we're starting seeds on? I think the broccoli and the cauliflower. We have not as of yet. We were talking about it yesterday of starting it. Hold on, let me get these tomatoes while I see them. Ugh, that one's busted. But look at those pretty little, that one's busted too. We make V8 juices with the tiny ones. Well, with the big ones too, but the tiny ones seem to make the sweetest of the V8. Peppers are loving the heat. They've really taken off. As you can see, the marigolds are playing out. They're slowly kapooting. The reason, because I asked Bryce, I said, can we pull these butterheads that are done kapooted out? But because of the summer heat, he said he's letting them kind of shade the babies that are in here. And when they start getting a little height on them, hopefully it'll be cooler. And then we're going to pull these. I would have already done it, but that's just me. The little lemon tree. It might look different on top. Tea bag. I pulled, opened it up and spreaded it on top of my dirt around my lemon trees. I do that with the lemon tree, and here comes the train, dang it. the avocado tree when I bring them inside. So let me go ahead and be picking some of these while I pause y'all for the train, and I'll chat with y'all in just a moment. Alright, I think the biggest part of the train has passed. Hope everybody is doing well. I am also began to pull up. Where is it? This will be a mess, but I have to get it off the kettle panel. We might do peas again for the fall, and they need somewhere to live. So these will go down in the yard in a little pile somewhere. These were cucumber plants. They, like I said, have played their part. They were the ones that we planted later so we could have a later harvest. But part of gardening is cleaning up. So, what? Look at that. I see cucumbers for dinner tonight. Pick all the tomatoes up. Now these old gross cucumbers, I'm just gonna leave for Sadie. She loves cucumbers. Our neighbor one year was giving her all the yellow cucumbers, and when she found out how good they tasted green, she became the cucumber thief. So we always planted extra just because of Sadie. I mean, I make mostly relishes with the abundance of my cucumbers and my zucchini. So we have it throughout the year. What else? And of course, you could have cucumber and tomatoes and onions. Chop them all up and put a vinaigrette dressing on it, or make your own vinegar dressing, and they're so good. But I've got some okra here. So we have, even though it came in late this year, the okra, we have still been able to put up enough for the year. It's cut up and it's frozen in the bags in the freezer. So everything of okra that I'm getting now, I am pickling it, and I hope to get at least 24 pints done. That would give us 2 years in case we have a failure crop, so we have a little extra time to enjoy it. My dad said, "Michelle, where are you putting all this stuff that you're canning?" Well, I do give some of it away to my children. I have a nice pantry built, and I've put a lot in there. And then, of course, y'all all seen the junk room. A lot of stuff goes under that bed. I pull it out here often to check the seals, make sure everything's still sealed. And we try to rotate it through, so we're eating on it constantly. So every jar I empty, it also goes back to the junk room in boxes, and then I stack them up. Because I also try to get, I haven't done it this year because we've actually had a pretty good year of putting stuff away this year. I will buy a couple extra flats of jars this fall. One, because we'll have turnip greens and the mixed greens going in jars before the big freeze, because they will grow after each deep freeze and we can still eat on them fresh. But in case the power does go out for a long period of time, or an EMP happens, or a solar flare happens, I try to get enough jars also to can for my freezers, because I would hate to lose all that food that's in our freezers. They will stay frozen in the freezers for, I would say, 2 or 3 days before going bad. And that way I can, we have propane grills that have even heat that I can pressure can those vegetables with that. All the tomatoes or fruits that we may have in the freezer. One could be working on water bath while the other's working on canning to get it put up so we don't lose any vegetables or fruit or meat, because you can pressure can meat. Sometimes it takes a little, get off of me, bugs, I don't like, sorry, inchworm, just don't want it on me. But yeah, so like I told y'all at the end of last week, that was, you should have now enough cornmeal and flour and rice and beans, because we did that during the summer. And I asked y'all to keep buying a can of meat through that time period. So the goal, and like I said, I was talking on the last video, the goal is to get up to 25 pounds per person. So 2 big things of rice, which was still $20, 20 pounds. It was right around the $19 to $20 mark. That would feed you 2 people for a year. Eating 1 or 2 meals a day with the rice, because I have played around and getting it down to science for me and Bruce. So a half a cup of rice feeds me and Bruce. So for a meal. So you need 25 pounds of beans, 20 pounds of rice. I would also say cornmeal takes a little more because it's like a cup to make your cornbread. So you probably need 50 pounds of cornbread, 50 pounds of self-rising flour. If you know how to make bread, I would also say 50 pounds of bread flour. You can make yeast, you can do sourdough, and that's where you're you start it off with flour and water and a little bit of sugar. Sit it in your windowsill until it's all bubbly and smells yeasty, almost kind of like a brewy beer consistency. And then you can stop the fermentation and put it in your refrigerator, and then you have yeast all year round, because each time you pull a little bit off of that sourdough starter, you feed it each time that you're making bread by putting a little more flour, a little more water, and a little more sugar in it to stir it, because it already has the active sourdough yeast starter in the other bread, that our dough, and you continuously do that, and it continuously feeds it, so you don't have to buy yeast. What else? So now this week and next week, and I know times are tough, so let's go ahead and just do 3 weeks of this. I showed you that I buy corn, beef, and chicken seasoning about this big, and you only need a tablespoon into your beans or rice, and it flavors it.
It's powder form bouillon, or you can buy the cubes. Sometimes the cubes are cheaper. So for every cup of beans or rice, and on your family size, or half cup, excuse me, for the rice. Beans, I think, is a cup uh, for the meal. Now, if you're going crock pot and then eat on it for a couple of days, then it's one whole bouillon cube in there. Not everybody likes pork in their beans. I'm one of those. I don't. But I do like the beef bouillon. Sometimes I switch it up and put chicken in it. But so you're going to buy the beef bouillon or the chicken bouillon or the cubes, okay? If you're going to buy the big canisters, I would say 2 beef, 2 chicken. If you're buying the little bouillon cubes, try to get up to 5 of each, the beef and the chicken. And if you're buying taco seasoning, if you're buying in the packet forms, buy 25. Same for your chili mix. If you need gravies, if you don't know how to make your own with the flour, you could do buy 25 packs of each. So the pot roast, what else is there? There's pot roast, there's brown gravies, there's mushroom gravies, there's chicken gravies, turkey gravies. Try to get up to 25 packs of each. And the reasoning behind buying seasoning is because you get food fatigue. If you're eating some of the stuff day in, day out, if you only stocked up rice and beans, having different flavors tricks the mind that it's eating something different than beans and rice. So make sure you get salt. Mix the salts up. So do Himalayan salt or the Celtic sea salts. Still buy your salt with the iodine in it, and buy some kosher salt. Kosher salt is for mostly canning, because when you put iodine salt in when you're canning, it makes your food look a little cloudy. Does not hurt it, just makes it cloudy. But the Himalayan salt, the Redmond salt, has minerals and stuff that you need so you don't get dehydrated. So there's that. During this time period too, buy your drinks, teas and coffee. Instant coffee stores the best, has a forever shelf life. If you're buying coffee bean form, it's the best. If you have a grinder at home, it will store up to a year if you're keeping it in a dark closet or in a cupboard. A lot of people freeze it for a couple of days, also just to kill weevils and whatnot that might be in it. Just your coffee. But the long-term coffee, if you're just a coffee fanatic, it would be the green beans. There are sellers and companies that will sell it to you in the green form, but then you have to roast it yourself to turn them black and then grind it. But they store the longest. What else? So if you like teas, I have been storing tea because I rotate too on some of them, especially any of the ones that are in like a up to a year to 2 years. How I've been judging my teas, they're not losing their flavor. Keep them in a cupboard or Tupperware box or whatever, and keep them dark. Now I also grow my own herbal blends like the lemon balm and the mint is real good for headache purposes for both of them, and you can drink them as a tea. And lavender. Lavender is a calming agent, helps you sleep. So go into your, now mostly Walmart's the one that has the best herbal blends of teas. Get your ones for sinuses, get your ones for sore throat. Go ahead and stock those up because that is medicine. It takes a little longer for stuff, but it is medicine, and you can do it that way, especially if you're buying, I mean, I love mint tea. If you drink it in the morning, it keeps you going. Natural caffeine, and it helps with any headaches or migraines or whatnot. So, yeah. I gotta finish cleaning up this garden mess, and I hope everybody's having a blessed week. The storyteller that I've posted for the last couple of days, we went to Red Clay State Park, to the Cherokee annual heritage stuff. So her name was Nancy Pheasant. I couldn't pronounce her Cherokee name. I asked her, she gave me permission to share her stories as long as I kept her name on the title, so I did. I'm sorry about Mondays. She walked out of frame a couple times, but I was enjoying the story, but you can still hear her. But she is from the Wolf Clan of the Cherokee, and she is from the Eastern Band. So please give a thumbs up. I mean, it ties into the tinfoil hat series a little bit because it is traditions and stories of how they kept things alive through their culture. So yes, please everybody, keep stocking, keep putting stuff up on your shelf. I know we're hurting. It hurts me to go at the grocery store and see the prices. Me and Bruce did a Sam's Club haul because usually we're just getting our bulk meat and meats and some cheeses and some drinks when we go there. And what else did we get? I don't know. We got enough stuff to last us for a month or two. We got our treats, of course, and cheeses, and I do like their well, when they have it, mushroom ravioli, but they had spinach, so we got that. But it was about $200. Now, if you have their app and you can download it, you can scan everything yourself, pay on your phone, just walk under the AI arch, and there's still 2 people there checking if you missed something, so make sure you scan everything. Remember to stop by EMP Shield and get you an EMP shield for your car, because if the solar flare takes the grid out or an EMP takes the grid out, at least in your car, you'll be able to get home or to your safe location. People call that their bug out location. But home is pretty much your safest place because you know your neighbors, you know who you can trust, who you can't trust, and stuff like that. If you can afford it, put one on your house. They are expensive. I do have a discount code, FM25, as the promo code, so you can save $50 off of each device. It's not just at the checkout, it's each device you buy, you will get $50 off of each device. So that was a very nice thing that they did for me. So yeah, and for y'all, I mean, it saves y'all money. I bought mine under a different YouTube channel and was able to save the $50 off too before I had a YouTube. we're expected to get rain, so this video's probably gone long, and it'll take me a couple days probably to download it. So yeah, everybody please stay safe, please get ready, and please stay prepared. Frontier Mentality signing out.